The 1970s were a wild decade for excavator innovation. A time when companies took risks, broke rules, and built machines unlike anything the world had ever seen. Some were brilliant, some were strange, and some were so advanced they shocked the entire construction industry, before disappearing into history. Get ready, because these are the 10 forgotten excavators from the 1970s that stunned the world then vanished. Number 1. Caterpillar 225. When the Caterpillar 225 rolled onto job sites in the early 1970s, the construction world didn't fully realize what was happening. This wasn't just another excavator, it was the machine that would change the entire industry forever. Before the 225, cable-operated excavators still ruled. Hydraulics existed, but they were slow, jerky, and unreliable. Contractors didn't trust them. Operators didn't like them. Manufacturers were hesitant to shift completely. But the CAT 2025 changed everything. The Twin 25 brought full hydraulic power with a level of control the world had never experienced. Suddenly, operators who were used to stiff cable systems could dig with fluid, precise movements. The boom lifted smoother. The bucket curled faster. The swing motor reacted instantly. It felt like a completely different species of machine. One of the biggest highlights was its 135 HP diesel engine, which provided consistent performance even in difficult terrain. Whether it was trenching, excavation, or loading trucks, the 225 delivered superior cycle times compared to every competitor of its era. Another reason the 25 shocked the world was its unbelievable durability. This wasn't a fragile experiment, it was a workhorse that could run 10-12 hours a day without overheating or slowing down. Many early hydraulic machines had reliability issues, but the 25 proved that hydraulics could be tougher, faster, and more efficient than cables. Even though the 225 revolutionized the industry, it is surprisingly forgotten today, overshadowed by modern machines. But make no mistake, the Caterpillar 225 wasn't just an excavator. It was the birth of modern hydraulic excavation, a machine that changed the world forever. Number 2. Komatsu PC120. In the 1970s, Japan was not yet considered a global leader in heavy machinery. Western brands dominated everywhere. But then came the Komatsu PC120, a machine that forced the world to rethink everything it knew about Japanese engineering. The PC120 didn't just shock the industry, it shattered expectations. At a time when fuel prices were unstable and many excavators burned excessive diesel, the PC120 delivered remarkable fuel efficiency without sacrificing performance. Contractors were stunned. How could a mid-size excavator from a relatively new brand outperform some of the biggest names in the world? Part of its magic came from Komatsu's precise hydraulic system. Unlike many 1970s excavators which felt jerky or sluggish, the PC120's controls were smooth and responsive. Operators quickly noticed that they could dig trenches faster, load trucks more accurately, and work longer hours without fatigue. The machine felt light on controls but heavy on power, a balance few manufacturers could achieve. Another shocking feature was its low-maintenance design. The PC120 had easily accessible engine components, simplified hydraulic lines, and an efficient cooling system. This meant less downtime, fewer repairs, and lower operating costs, something that became a massive advantage for contractors. The PC120 also built Komatsu's reputation for reliability. These machines could run in extreme conditions, from cold mountains to hot construction zones, without any major issues. Even though the PC120 helped launch Komatsu into the global spotlight, it is rarely mentioned today. But back in the 1970s, it was the Japanese excavator that proved Japan was ready to challenge the world. Number 3. Poclain 75 CK. France may not be the first country you think of when discussing excavators, but during the 1970s, Poclain was one of the most influential hydraulic innovators on the planet, and the machine that showcased their brilliance best was the Poclain 75 CK. This excavator shocked the world because it was simply too far ahead of its time. In the early 70s, most manufacturers were still learning hydraulics, but Poclain had already mastered the technology. The 75CK featured a cutting-edge hydraulic pump system that allowed the machine to deliver incredible digging power while maintaining buttery-smooth control. Operators were amazed by how precisely they could shape trenches, remove soil, or load material. Compared to cable excavators and early hydraulic models, the 75CK felt futuristic. Its lightweight design, combined with its powerful hydraulic capabilities, allowed it to outperform much heavier machines. This shocked many contractors. How could a lighter excavator dig deeper and faster than a bigger one? Another standout feature was its reliability during long shifts. The 75CK could operate all day without overheating, something many earlier hydraulic excavators struggled with. Its cooling system and hydraulic layout were years ahead of the competition. However, Poclain lacked the global distribution power of Caterpillar and Komatsu. So, despite being superior in many ways, the 75CK never achieved worldwide fame. Today, the 75CK is almost forgotten, but in its era, it was one of the world's most advanced excavators, a machine that showed the world what hydraulic technology could truly become. Number 4. Fiat-Allis 745H. When Italian engineering met American muscle, the result was the Fiat-Allis 745H, one of the toughest excavators to emerge in the 90s. This machine didn't just perform well, it shocked operators with its raw strength and durability, challenging even the most respected brands of its era. The 745H came equipped with a powerful turbocharged diesel engine that gave it exceptional digging force. It didn't matter whether you were working in deep clay, compacted soil, or rocky terrain. The 745H carved through it like nothing. Contractors who used the machine often described it as a bulldozer disguised as an excavator because of its raw power. The hydraulics were surprisingly smooth for a machine of its size. Fiat and Allis-Chalmers engineers worked hard to create a system that felt responsive, balanced, and easy to control. For operators used to older, jerky excavators, the 745H was a massive leap forward. One of its biggest strengths was its rugged frame and undercarriage, built to survive harsh environments like mining sites and large road projects. The machine could take abuse day after day without bending, cracking, or showing structural fatigue. But despite its engineering brilliance, the 745H had one problem. Its brand lacked global trust. Contractors preferred Caterpillar or Komatsu, so Fiat-Allis didn't get the large-scale global sales it deserved. Today, only a few old-school operators remember the 745H, but in the 1970s, it was one of the most powerful and underrated excavators ever built. Number 5. O&K RH6. Germany has always been associated with precision engineering, and the O&K RH6 was one of the finest examples of that tradition. Released in the 1970s, this excavator shocked operators with its incredibly smooth controls and accurate movements, qualities that were extremely rare in early hydraulic machines. While many excavators of the era struggled with jerky boom movements or inconsistent hydraulic pressure, the RH6 offered feather-light control. This made it ideal for tasks that required precision, including grading, trench shaping, and utility work. Operators often said that the RH6 felt like the boom was connected directly to their fingertips. Its build quality was equally impressive. The RH6 featured a heavy-duty undercarriage, strong hydraulic cylinders, and one of the most durable boom designs of the decade. German engineering ensured the machine could withstand long work hours without mechanical failure. Another standout feature was its excellent visibility and cabin layout. At a time when many excavators had cramped cabins with poor visibility, the RH6 provided a comfortable operator station that reduced fatigue and improved safety. Despite all these strengths, the RH6 never achieved widespread fame. O&K focused mainly on Europe and didn't push aggressively into global markets. As a result, contractors in Asia, America, or Africa rarely saw the machine. But those who operated it knew the truth. The O&K RH6 was one of the most precise, reliable, and advanced excavators of the 1970s. A brilliant machine that didn't get the worldwide recognition it deserved. Number 6. Hitachi UH-03. In the early 1970s, Hitachi was still an underdog in the global heavy equipment industry. Brands like Caterpillar, Poclain, and O&K dominated the construction world. But everything changed when Hitachi launched the UH-03, a machine that didn't just shock the industry, it announced Japan's arrival in the global excavator war. The UH-03 was unlike anything contractors expected from a Japanese manufacturer of that era. It combined compactness with stunning hydraulic precision. The machine's control system felt incredibly smooth, offering operators a level of responsiveness that Western excavators often lacked. But the real magic of the UH-03 was its fuel efficiency, which was unheard of in the 1970s. At a time when engines were loud, thirsty, and heavy on maintenance, the UH-03 delivered extraordinary performance with significantly lower fuel consumption. This alone made it a favorite for small contractors working long daily hours. The machine also featured a durable steel frame, reliable hydraulic cylinders, and a cooling system designed for continuous operation. Whether used in road construction, utility trenching, or small mining jobs, the UH-03 performed reliably under all conditions. Another surprising advantage was its low-maintenance design. The UH-03 offered easy access to its engine bay, hydraulic pump, filters, and hoses, something rare in 1970s machines. This drastically reduced downtime and made the excavator extremely cost-effective. Although overshadowed by later models like the Hitachi EX series, the UH-03 was the machine that laid the foundation for Hitachi's global success. Without this groundbreaking excavator, Hitachi might never have become one of the titans of the modern excavator world. Number 7. Liebherr R941. When Liebherr released the R941 in the 1970s, the world was stunned. Known for building cranes and mining machines, Liebherr brought that same heavy-duty engineering philosophy into the R941, and the result was nothing short of astonishing. The R941 was a powerhouse, built for hardcore excavation work. It came equipped with a robust diesel engine that delivered immense torque, making it capable of digging through compacted soil, rock, and clay with ease. Operators quickly realized that the R941 was not a lightweight machine, it was a brute designed for demanding jobs. The excavator's hydraulic system was impressively advanced for its time, offering fast cycle speeds and strong breakout force. Contractors loved how efficiently it could load trucks and move heavy material. Even in continuous operations, the R941 rarely showed signs of hydraulic fatigue. But what truly shocked the industry was the R941's rugged construction. Its undercarriage was nearly indestructible, built with reinforced steel plates and robust track components that could survive constant stress. The boom and dipper were over-engineered to ensure long-term durability. The R941 also featured a highly efficient cooling system that allowed it to operate in some of the harshest environments, including quarries, mountain regions, and industrial operations, without overheating. Its only limitation was Liebherr's slower expansion during that decade. The R941 was not exported widely enough to become a global name. However, in the regions where it was used, it earned a reputation as one of the strongest, longest-lasting excavators ever built. Today, it remains a forgotten legend, an iron beast from the 1970s that truly shocked the world. Number 8. Bucyrus Erie 120. Long before hydraulics dominated the excavator world, Bucyrus Erie was the king of digging machines. Their cable-operated excavators ruled construction sites, mining pits, and heavy industrial projects for decades. And the Bucyrus Erie 120B was one of the last great cable excavators before the hydraulic takeover. The 120B shocked operators with its unmatched raw mechanical power. Where hydraulic excavators relied on fluid pressure, the 120B used massive winches, steel ropes, and mechanical drives to lift enormous loads. It could haul heavy rocks, dig deep foundations, and perform tasks that even early hydraulic excavators couldn't touch. Operators who worked with the 120B often described it as a muscle machine, a giant that demanded skill, strength, and precision from the person inside the cabin. Running a cable excavator wasn't easy, but the 120B rewarded an experienced operator with jaw-dropping performance. Its rugged design was equally impressive. The boom was built from thick steel sections, the body was reinforced for extreme operations, and the machine could operate in brutal conditions, mines, quarries, frozen ground, and heavy industrial zones without failing. But the 120B's biggest enemy was time. By the late 1970s, hydraulic technology had become efficient, faster, cheaper, and easier to operate. Cable excavators, no matter how powerful, were becoming obsolete. The 120B faded into history, becoming one of the last symbols of the cable era. Today, it stands as a reminder of a time when excavators were controlled by cables, gears, and pure mechanical force. A forgotten giant that shocked the world with its strength. Number 9. O&K RH. While many excavators of the 1970s struggled in cold climates, Sweden's O&K RH was designed specifically to thrive there. Built like a tank, engineered for endurance, and shockingly powerful for its size, the H7 became a Scandinavian legend but remained relatively unknown globally. The H7 shocked the industry with its exceptional durability. Unlike many excavators that suffered hydraulic issues in freezing weather, the H7 performed flawlessly even in extreme cold. Whether working through snowfall, muddy forest terrain, or icy soil, the H7 stayed reliable year-round. One of its strongest features was its thick steel construction, built to survive decades of punishment. It wasn't uncommon for an O&K H7 to operate for more than 20-30 years with basic maintenance. Many machines from that era were retired early, but the H7 kept working long after others broke down. Its hydraulic system provided impressive digging strength and surprisingly smooth control. Operators found the machine easy to handle despite its rugged exterior, and the swing motion felt refined compared to many early hydraulic excavators. The Geo7 also delivered excellent stability, making it ideal for uneven ground common in forest and mountain regions. This gave it a major advantage over less balanced machines from other manufacturers. However, O&K's limited global distribution meant very few countries outside Northern Europe ever saw the H7. It became a local legend, but not a global icon. Still, the O&K H7 remains one of the most remarkable excavators of the 1970s, shockingly strong, unbelievably durable, and nearly impossible to break. Number 10. JCB7. Before JCB became a major excavator brand worldwide, it was known almost exclusively for backhoe loaders. But in the 1970s, the company decided to experiment with full-size hydraulic excavators, and the JCB7 was one of the first steps on that journey. This machine shocked the British market and proved that JCB had the engineering power to take on global giants. The JCB7 introduced a fully hydraulic digging system at a time when many British-made machines still relied on older mechanical technologies. Operators were stunned by the smoothness of the controls, the responsive boom movement, and the ability to handle precise digging tasks. The machine was built with a compact yet rugged frame, making it perfect for UK construction sites where space was often limited. It also offered strong digging force, excellent fuel efficiency, and a surprisingly comfortable operator station, features rarely combined in one machine during that era. One of the biggest advantages of the JCB7 was its versatility. It could be used for road work, foundation excavation, pipe laying, and general construction. This flexibility made it a powerful selling point for contractors. However, because JCB was still new to the excavator segment, the JCB7 didn't receive the international marketing push it needed. Most global contractors never got the chance to see what the machine could do. Even so, the JCB7 played a crucial role in shaping the company's future. It laid the foundation for the world-famous JS series of excavators that came decades later. Today, the JCB7 is rarely remembered, but it was one of the machines that shocked the 1970s industry by proving that British engineering could compete on the global excavator stage. These excavators were bold experiments, machines that pushed boundaries long before modern tech made their ideas practical. They stunned the industry, influenced future designs, and then faded away as quickly as they arrived. If you enjoyed discovering these lost legends, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which excavator you wish had made a comeback. Thanks for watching, because the next video uncovers even more forgotten machines that were years ahead of their time.